Hello and welcome to Virtual Flight Diaries. We are here at San Antonio doing a little Southwest Virtual Airlines Ops. I just joined this airline and it is pretty cool, so I thought I would showcase it on the channel. And hey, Susan, welcome to the show. How you doing today? So we are in the 737-800 by PMDG, and we're going to take a look at some differences between the the NG versus the MAX. And I'm not talking about systems. I'm talking about does the PMDG still stand up to the IFly MAX, even though it's like 3 years old now. So we're already fueled up. We're on VATSIM ATC. I was gonna do say intentions cabin crew, but for some reason I couldn't get the say intentions ATC to shut off, and that was going to be too conflicting with VATSIM. So I Alt F4'd that one, so we won't be doing that. I'll have to look into why that didn't work. Supposedly I was supposed to be able to shut the ATC off and just use the entourage options, but we'll figure that out. So let's see here. So one of the big differences is, well, and I said I wasn't going to go systems, was just that you don't have the big screens. But I'll tell you what, I've been flying the IFly Max for a little bit of, quite a while now. I think I put maybe 15, 20 hours in it, and there's a lot of bugs. Now, I granted it's not it's pre-release or early release, I should say. So it's going to have a lot of bugs, but it's a lot of annoying bugs. Like for instance, I'm going to talk and do my flow here. So for instance, I was flying it the other day and the autopilot just kept disconnecting. Now, I know it's got a lot of control conflicts, but I can't figure out which ones it is. So that's all good. So if I can't figure out which one it is, then I can't fix it. So it's got an odd autopilot disconnect. So forget about leaving the sim and going for a cup of coffee. You're going to find yourself off in no man's land. Cowboy Tex, hey, welcome to the channel. Hey, yes, I just heard about that. I'm not sure what's in that. That's going to be awesome. Hopefully it's some really cool stuff. So like I was saying, and then in VNAV, the VNAV is just all over the place. I mean, I was descending, set up on profile, and then all of a sudden it commanded climb. Now I was thinking, oh, maybe in the the FMC I had put in a different altitude at a leg constraint, or different things that I wanted to command to. No, so I don't know what that was either. But I like the Max. I'm going to keep flying it. I'm sure it's going to get updated. So, all right. So I actually have this setup that's on the ground with the GPU attached and powered up, which is common for you would find it on a turn, like a pilot would come on board. You wouldn't find the plane sitting at the gate, cold and dark. So that's my panel states are saved that way. All right, so window heat could come on. we'll test the probe heats. That looks good. Come down, A's off, B's on. Test the cockpit voice recorder. So I'm just trying to do quick flow here. Try to get going. It's going to be a short flight. Airtime is just under an hour because I have things to go to today. My niece's 21st birthday party is today, so we're gonna go out and celebrate. That should be fun. All right, we got that on. Come back to that later. Actually, we're going to go up to 29,000 today, so like I said, real short flight. And position right is good. So that looks good. I'm actually going to, since we're fueled up, seatbelt signs are on. I'm going to set up for the APU. Alright, come down here. Flight directors, mine is master. Pilot not flying is slave. Oh, that looks good. Then we can go on ATC because we're on VATSIM, so I don't forget about that. So let's do some tests. Let's run the mock test. Shake those sticks. And let's make some noise. And come over here. And we'll do the squib tests. And they look good. So RTC, we're on CTAF. Let's just put Unicom here. We don't have any ATC on, unfortunately. But I always try to do VATSIM so you guys can join me if you want. Why did I go that way? Duh, John. Why did you go that way? This way's quicker. So that's good. So let's actually get some passengers going.
Boarding requested.
So Southwest Virtual Airlines. Look, if you guys are looking for a virtual airline to fly, then you want to fly the MAX and the PMGs. This airline, I belong to a lot of airlines. I even was staff of a bunch of airlines, and
Do you want to board crew?
this airline is amazing. They have training programs mimicking the real world. They have a YouTube channel called Southwest Virtual TV with tutorials. Their ACARS is insane. So it actually marries up with the PMDG. And it even has like an FS to crew type co-pilot where the co-pilot would actually interact with the plane with the PMDG, setting up the cockpit, doing the first officer flows, command flaps, start the engines. You could do command and challenge checklists for free. Just, you join the airline, and this is part of their ACARs, which to me is insane. So, all right, so we got to get the position in. Yeah, position in it. So pick GPSL. Put that in. We are aligned. So this livery actually had the HUD already in, but much like the real world, I'm going to say I'm not certified on the HUD, because in the sim world I never took the time to learn it. So it's I just don't use it. I don't know why. All right, so it's loading its passengers and whatnot on its own, because it also PMDG marries very well with GSX, which is pretty cool. And these are all points that I want to say that the IFly currently doesn't possess. So to say that, some of the guys, I'm not dissing other streamers. Don't get me wrong here. But some of the guys saying that this is the next best thing is maybe a little off, in my opinion. And I said, oh, this is great, but I'd only had maybe flown it the second time when I did the stream, and the more I flew it, the more I saw more of the bugs that were involved and needs some updating. I think it'll be really good once it gets some updating and some fixes. The auto throttle lockout is going to be a big thing. All right, so we are departing runway 13 right, and I'm just going to use the Yoda transition. The Yoda intersection, so we're or the Yoda departure, the Yoda transition. So that's in, and we should be arriving runway 13 right. So what's really cool about Dallas Love Field is that it is the home of Southwest Airlines. It started there. So what do I do? Why don't I have the ILS 13 right in there? Oh, there we are. That sounds good. And we're also coming on the Macro 4, or Bachelor 4, with the Ditzy transition. And that's our route. So let's check that out. Vectors, there's no ATC, so I'm actually going to go straight out. And I'm going to check my wind wing. That's good. So we're going to go right up to 29,000. Well, before we do that, guys, let me see if there's, because we're going to climb the SID. Let me see if there's constraints.
Hello.
Nope, no constraints. Climb the save vectors by ATC. Okay.
May I see your boarding pass?
All right, so no constraints. So it's above 5,000. Well, according to the FMC, above 5,000. Oh, there it is. I missed it. Sorry. Above 5,000 at Sith. Hey, there's a lot of Star Wars references here at San Antonio. So we'll be above 5,000 at Sith. So that's good.
Welcome on board. Welcome on board. May I see your boarding pass?
All right, let's get some performance tools up.
This way.
13 right.
May I see your boarding pass? Hello.
And we're going to do flap 5. Toga takeoff. The ice off. I'll leave the packs on.
Good morning.
And calculate. We're not going to derate. So acceleration height, so flap 5. That looks good. Let's get that in. See, positive nav, ref.
May I see your boarding pass?
So has anybody seen anything on the PMDG 737 update? You know, what they're adding. I heard there's some navigation upgrades coming.
Good morning. Welcome on board.
All right, so our plane fuel is 15.7. With a reserve of 4.8. Cost index is 61. I think 40 is more Southwest.
Boarding pass, please. This way.
That all looks good. So we're doing a toga takeoff. So that's going to be flaps 5. .52 and yep, just tried to enter the CG into the V1. The V1 is 3739 and 48. So we're going to do V2 plus 20.
Good morning.
I'm not sure if that's Southwest procedures. I'm still learning because they have all the tutorials on how to on their actual procedures. But I like to do V2 plus 20. So get the magic barrel ref key in there because there's no ATIS. And I like the Honeywell. Probably this plane would have the Collins, but I don't know. It's just like an old school feel to the Honeywell.
Hello.
All right, that's in legs page.
Good morning.
Actually, we're going to go Doors, let's see here.
Welcome on board.
Cargo doors are closed, so we're just waiting on that one. Let's fire up the EPU.
Good morning. Hello. Hello. Boarding pass, please. Good morning.
So APUGT coming, or EGT coming up.
Welcome on board.
So the co-pilot features I haven't tried yet, and I didn't want to screw things up for the stream because, but we are definitely going to take a look at that on another stream. Because I'm actually, so since I started this channel, it's been hard for me to keep up with my virtual airlines, and I'm like, well, why don't I do, I'm going to be flying anyway, why don't I just fly my virtual airline routes? So
Hello.
we're going to be seeing more Southwest, and I also belong to two others. American Airlines Virtual and UPS Virtual Airlines. So
Welcome on board.
we'll do a bunch of them, and I'm also going to keep doing the crazy stuff, like KSAT approaches and odd airports around the world, because that's fun. And it's all about fun. Because why do we sim? I mean, if it wasn't fun, we wouldn't sim, right?
This way, please.
Alright, we'll get the status page up.
Welcome on board.
So we only have like 150 some passengers on board. I want to cool the cabin off because it's Texas, it's a little warm. I think. So what's the outside temperature? 22. That would heat up the cabin a little bit. I don't know. It's like in the 70s, high 70s.
This way.
So the A-Cars also has its own cabin announcements. Which is pretty cool.
Good morning.
Also, I'm using Blackbird Controls Honeycomb Bravo mods. Great products, great customer service. The guy is awesome. So I have the 727 set up, so I'm using those handles right now, but I just ordered the 737, and the cool thing about that he did was, those that have the Honeycomb Bravo know that there's button contacts on the handles. Well, there's only like 2 button contacts on each handle. So, if you want auto throttle disconnect, toga, or go around and reverse thrust, you have to have some kind of wire system is the current thing, like ProDesk Sim or Flight Deck Sim or something like that has a wire system. ProDesk Sim just doesn't do the auto throttle disconnect, I think. So what he's done is created a outcropping that it connects to both throttles, so you get all the buttons. And I can't wait to check that out. So, I mean, the guy's innovative. He's fast shipping. He's getting busy. So, you know, it may take a little longer, but he's still faster than the other guys. All right. So we're all set there. Let's get the autopilot. We're on things with the fuel. We can disconnect the GPU. We don't want to drag that thing along. Our parking brake is set. So we'll kill the wheel chocks, but let me check, just check to make sure our doors are closed. Does light extinguish? Nope. Close that door up. And now we'll pull the chocks. Put that on the legs page. All right. Pushback flows. So everything's set here. Looks good. They're in auto. That looks good. Seatbelts are on. Beacon light is on. Let's set the packs up. All right, we're ready to push back. San Antonio traffic, Southwest 3016, pushing back gate Alpha 10. San Antonio. So we're Alpha 10, go 13. So it looks like our taxi is going to be November Golf. That's easy enough. No, 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 no. There. So that's going to be done by Southwest. GSX, the most almost stable game in the whole flight sim. Almost stable.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin.
So guys, if you're watching this, don't forget to hit the like button if you like the content. Really helps out the channel. Especially for if you like toga takeoffs.
Locking gear.
So I got this Texas livery off of Flight Sim TO. Javiation. Javiation makes really good gonna go nose right tail. It makes real good liveries for Phoenix, PMDG, a bunch of other stuff. So I would check them out too.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right. Turning engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, if we could have your attention for just a moment, we'd like to point out the safety features of our Boeing 737-800. A safety information card is in the seat back or literature pocket in front of you. To fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat end into the buckle. Pull the loose strap to tighten. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position your seatbelt tight and low across your hips and wear it anytime you are seated. There are 8 emergency exits, 2 forward exits.
That's a little loud, so I'll
4
shut that.
overhead window exits,
Don't want to
exit doors in the back.
have an echo.
Overhead and lights on the floor lead to exits. If an evacuation is necessary, follow flight attendant commands and leave everything. This aircraft is equipped with life rafts. 2 life rafts are located in the forward ceiling compartment and 2
All right.
life rafts are located in the ceiling compartments at mid-cabin. In the event of a water evacuation, use the life vest under your seat. Remove the vest only if told to do so. Pull the red strap to open the container and remove the pouch. Remove the vest from the pouch as shown on the safety information card. Place the vest over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist, buckle it in the front, and pull to tighten. Once outside,
Yeah, we're not going to hear it over her. So one of the biggest things
Please set
the
parking
vest has a
brakes.
light that turns on
that I like with the
automatically
Max
in
is
the
that
water.
Boris
Please
did the
refer to
audio
the
for it.
safety information
And man,
card
if
for use
Boris
of a
could
life
do the
vest
audio
on
for
the exit.
PMDG,
Flight
this thing
attendants
would
will
be
distribute additional vests
amazing.
as needed. We are coming by to check that your seatbelt is fastened, your seat back and tray table are in a full upright and locked position.
Yeah, we're
Your
not gonna
carry-on items
hear it over
are
her.
safely under the seat, in front of you,
That's a
or
shame.
in an
Oh well.
overhead bin, leaving the area from the seat clear. Smoking is not allowed on board, including the lavatory. The use and charging of electronic cigarettes is prohibited. Federal law prohibits tampering with, disabling, or destroying any smoke detector in an aircraft lavatory. It is also prohibited to consume alcohol that you have brought with you on this flight. Federal aviation regulations require passenger compliance with the lighted passenger information
So it's a
card,
good start.
flashlights, and crew
Parking
member
brake could come on.
instructions, including
Waiting your
information on
confirmation for a
seatbelts
good
and
engine start.
smoking. If needed, 4 oxygen masks will drop from a compartment overhead. To activate the flow of
And
oxygen, hold down on the mask.
turn in engine 1.
Plastic tubing is fully extended. Place the mask over your nose and mouth.
And we have a
and
good
breathe
start.
normally.
So
Secure the
GSX
mask
can
with an
disconnect.
elastic strap.
We have a good
Although
engine
oxygen
start.
will be flowing,
You can
the plastic
disconnect.
bag may not
Unlocking
inflate.
gear.
Continue wearing the mask until otherwise notified by a crew member. If you are traveling with children or anyone needing special assistance, put
So
on
I
a
don't
mask
know
first.
if it's because, I mean, I just love this airplane. I don't know if it's because I'm kind of biased. I'm a Boeing guy. I've put a couple hundred hours in there, you know, over the years. I don't know.
Welcome aboard.
It's almost like coming back to an old friend kind of thing. Not to sound cheesy. All right, we can fire that up. Give it some fuel.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
San Antonio traffic, Southwest 3016, taxiing to runway 13 right via November Gulf, San Antonio. All right, so let's get a heading in there. That looks good. That looks good. on. APU packs off. And we could shut down the APU. Go VNAV and heading select. For the prep, that looks good. All right, guys, let's get going. Get the brakes all the way on. All right. Rolling. Clear left. Clear right. Brake check. Good. Light controls. There. Full down, full left, full right. Rudder. Yep. Till down, golf. This isn't golf. This is hotel. Oops. This is golf. So this scenery I got is awesome for San Antonio. It's I&I Builds San Antonio. And I don't remember where I got. I do have scenery for Dallas Love Field, and I don't remember where I got. I think I got it off of Microsoft Marketplace. All right, we're on golf. Let's get a little faster going here. So yeah, I needed a quick flight, and I wanted to show you guys the PMDG because a couple days ago I did do the Max. Although we didn't encounter very many bugs like I have been. It's almost like it's odd because I'm not a programmer, but it's almost like the code is like decaying. The more I use it, the more bugs show up. And I'm not sure how that works or even if it's a thing, but that's what it seems to me. So, like I said, good plane. It just needs some updates. Would have liked to seen it a little more stable for the price point. That's the only thing I don't like is when a developer sends out an early release product and gives it at its full price as if it's, you know, feature ready. That's the only gripe I have. And I know, and IFly did it. I know a lot of developers do it. Yeah, I think an early release should have a discount, in my opinion. So, I mean, anybody know that I'm not really following any established procedures or anything like that for sort of thing. I thought this is just going to be a casual flight. I'm going to show you the thing I wanted to, talk about Southwest Virtual, because I don't recommend things lightly, only if they're, if they're worth it, in my opinion. And so far, these guys are worth it. So if you're really looking for an airline, they do. They also do their own dispatch. They do dispatches through SimBrief. Also, the dispatch can marry into the PMDG, so you can download it, from the ACARS into the system, almost like a ACARS dispatch upload. So it's pretty cool. They really got their stuff together. And everybody likes Southwest, right? Alright, we got nobody around. We're gonna bump this up. Oop, not supposed to go over 40. Such a cool livery, man. Very cool livery. Little Texas love. If anyone's watching from Texas. Alright, San Antonio traffic, Southwest 3016. Taking off runway 13 right. North departure, San Antonio. Alright, so any lights could come on. I could go to strobe. Just a quick glance around, that all looks good. We are squawking mode C. Alright, let's take the runway. Yeah, it's a little off on the lineup. Alright, so auto throttle, come on. One of the other things I want to point out is the IFly Max has a built-in RAS system, which is actually pretty cool. Alright, auto throttle can come on, and let's bring it up. Toga. We're out of here. See you, San Antonio.
knots. V1, rotate.
Rocket ship coming up.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Alright, so we will bug up, flaps 1. Hand flying her a little bit. So with the A cars, from what I read, it can go up to 230, flat clean it up. You could tell the first officer to do all this. San Antonio traffic, Southwest 3016, just departed runway 13 right. Direct Sith, last call, Southwest, or San Antonio. Alright, let's get the autopilot on. We will LNAV. And we'll clean it up. So that's going to come off. Those can come off. Should have had them on. That's Southwest Ops, I know for sure. Bug up to 250. And we're off. And we'll switch over to Unicom.
Ladies and gentlemen, use of all portable electronic devices is now permitted in airplane mode with cellular functions turned off. In a few moments, we will be coming through to take your drink orders. We will be serving
Alright,
coffee,
pressurization good, air conditioning's good.
beer, wine, and liquor are available for purchase or with a valid drink coupon. There is a beverage menu in your seat back pocket, or you may go to the Southwest beverage menu on the in-flight entertainment portal southwestwifi.com, where these options are displayed. Please be mindful of the flight attendants serving you in the aisle and remain seated while the fasten seatbelt
Standard sets, passing flight level 12,000 or passing 12,600 now. Check, cross check.
Your safety will always be our #1 priority, so please don't hesitate to let us know if you have other needs we can take care of.
So on the IFly Max, I always get somewhere right about here when I clean up the airplane, I get an autopilot disconnect. So there's something, I think there's some kind of conflict with my flaps bind and the autopilot, because it's always when I go from flaps 1 to clean up. And I can't figure it out. I really can't. So I'm hoping some updates will clean up some of the code that, maybe these conflicts won't be so prevalent. I don't know. All right. So we'll be passing 18,000. So these lights, landing lights can come off and wing lights can come off. So Southwest operates their lights at 18,000, not 10,000. And it's not a hard and fast rule, from my understanding, that your lights have to come off at 10,000, come on at 10,000. It's usually left up to the standards of the airline. But I do like the auto throttle lockout feature, and I hope. So when I move my handles, there's no command. Alright, we go VNav. Accelerate up. Forgot about doing that. Like I said, casual, not running any checklists, so I'm going to forget things. And just to mark that, I didn't. All you had to do was hit this button. You didn't have to hit this button. And I have the wind wing set up, and I could have just used that, but I keep forgetting that I have it. It's been so long since I've never actually had a peripheral that operates in autopilot, so it's just muscle memory to be clicking on the screen. Alright, so we're above 10,000, so we can actually fix these up a little bit. Get the cockpit side. So, short flight, guys, see? Was that like 20 miles? A little less than 20 miles. Top of climb, top of descent. So actually we're gonna, while we're in our climb, we're gonna look at our descent. So we're doing the Bachelor 4. Coming in on the ditzy transition, so any hard fast constraints. So we have to be at breeze and tough it at 9,000. And then big techs at 5,000. And then we'll do our own vectoring for the ILS. So what's our, so we have to be at Lippy at 2,500, and our glide scope capture altitude is 1,900. All right. So it's the first time I've never actually flown into Dallas Love Field. in real life or virtual. I have been to San Antonio. Love San Antonio. Riverwalk is awesome. Used to go there for a video game convention that was there every year. And miss that. It's no longer there. Miss going down to San Antonio. Love the Riverwalk. So I've been to San Antonio's airport. Just never really been to Dallas Love. I've been to Dallas Fort Worth too. So I would not delete your PMDG 737s just yet, guys. Till IFly gets some updates. And, you know, I don't. Why would you want to delete this plane? Even if the Max was great, I mean, there's significant differences between the two, and they have their own challenges. So I would fly them all. And if you guys join Southwest Virtual Airlines, you can actually fly them all. You could set up a line trip where, you know, maybe one leg you're flying the 737-700, maybe another leg you got the 800 on board, and you know, maybe the other leg of the trip you got a Max. You can get a mix during all your trips. I think it's really cool. It has a real airline feel. You go to the scheduling page, and you know, you can set up trips and accept them and go fly them just like the real world. And they integrated it really well. But I'm having a lot of fun with them, and so much fun that I don't know. I might actually resign from the American Airlines one. Not that they're not bad. It's just one. I belong to 3 virtual airlines. Run a YouTube channel. I gotta start cutting the fat. You know what I mean? But definitely would keep this one if I was going to trim that fat. And with the 777 freighter coming out, I don't think I'll drop the cargo virtual. Cannot wait for that one to drop. Do some long haul. So I don't know what the length of stream. I think 12 hours. I wonder what a freighter haul from Hong Kong to Louisville is. What do you guys think? You know, would you guys like to stream for 14 hours? 12 hours. Do an extreme long haul marathon streaming session. It might be pretty cool. I might just give it a try for once. See what happens. We'll do that when well, maybe we won't do 12 hours, but maybe we'll do across the pond. That might be pretty interesting. I've never done oceanic with VATSIM, so that could be an interesting challenge. Hopefully, nobody. All right, so I'm going to put down the 9,000 for our first constraint. Another point, PMDG's VNAV is pretty on point. Some real world 737 pilots, because I'm not a real world pilot, so I have to go by other guys. They definitely have reviewed it, and they said it's really good. Let me say that you know, PMDG has been around forever. I mean, I remember using them in FSX, and I'm sure they were earlier than that. I remember PMDG and FSX. I remember before that I was using the Dreamfleet 737 400, and I think I used Dreamfleet all the way up through FS 2000. I think I started with Dreamfleet. I mean, I could date myself. I started flight simming when I was a kid with FS2, which was a Microsoft Flight Simulator by Sublogic.
From the flight deck, we have reached our cruising altitude of 29,000 feet. We are expecting a smooth ride and will turn off the seatbelt sign when it is safe to do so. We will check back in during descent. Please sit back and enjoy the flight.
We're at the top of the descent, but gotta let some people, use the bathroom. Kind of like those flights where you climb up and climb back down.
Ladies and gentlemen, fasten seatbelt sign has been turned off. Please keep your seatbelt visible and fastened while seated, and please be careful when opening any overhead vents. Thank you.
All right, started our descent. It's a quick up and down. Little milk run flight. All right, so descent checklist. Descent flows. I think I have, because I don't have the checklists up. I know what we could do. We can get our approach set up. So
From the flight deck, we have started our initial descent. We expect to be on the ground in about 20 minutes or so. Thank you for flying Southwest Airlines.
is it 20 minutes or so? Yeah, it's about 20 minutes or so. That's pretty good. All right, so we got ILS of 11.1.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fasten seatbelt sign has been turned on. Please be in your seat with your seatbelt visible and fastened. Thank you.
I had it on auto. Didn't give them much time to go to the bathroom. I'll put it in both sides just in case we want to grab an auto land. And we got a decision height of 679 feet. So I'll run that up. Unicom traffic Southwest 3016 descending Bachelor 4 for Dallas Love Field. I wish I had an EFIS panel. That would make life easy. I know WinWing actually makes an EFIS for the Airbus, and I wonder if it translates to the Boeing. They were supposed to be doing a Boeing, and it's been taking forever, so I couldn't wait any longer. I really wanted a panel, and I do fly the Airbus too, so seeing that I've flown it on the channel. I got ProDesk Sims set up for the Bravo. And I haven't bound it up yet, so that's why we haven't been doing any Airbus streams. But we'll get there. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a quick stream. So Black Box Simulations has launched the Turbine Islander, and maybe for a little something different, we're going to do some island hopping in that thing. Check that out. Take it up with you guys maybe for an hour or so. Alright, 679 is in the barrow. And we are looking good. So one thing I did learn with all planes and being on VATSIM is to make sure you are ahead of your plane in case you're talking to ATC a lot. So you don't get behind the plane. Especially if you're in a busy airport and you're doing frequency changes and whatnot, you might want to look ahead, pre-program your frequencies, listen to I'm actually supposed to have this on guard, new rules. Just noticed that. Monitor some drag outs. Try to always stay ahead of your flight, and you don't fumble around. So let's get some, actually I want to get some fixes in. So KDAL. So what's the opposite runway? So 310/5 and 310/10. And our course is 133. Let's get them in the box. And we'll put it in on both sides. Also, another thing, the co-pilot actually will set up her side of the FMC. The co-pilot option with Southwest Virtual Airlines ACAR, which is, I saw a video on it on their YouTube channel. It's pretty impressive. A little drag out. Ride that speed brake down. So PMDG should be commanding 250. And we're below 18,000, so landing lights could come on, and the wing lights could come on. And we'll do the runway turnoffs. Actually, we'll hold off on them until the gear is down. So CTAF for Dallas. CTAF for Dallas is 123.7, so we'll get that in the box. Because there is traffic around Love Field. Alright, so next constraint is 5,000. So Tuffet is also supposed to be 9,000 according to the chart. Now I'm going to put 310 in. So we do our own vectoring. And 5,000 is our next altitude. So flaps 1. I'm actually going to switch over to CTAF. .123.7. Okay, just making sure. Bring that down. We are looking good. Put those lights on just so I don't forget. We'll go up to 210 until we get closer. Dallas Love Field traffic, Southwest 3016. About 20 miles southeast of the airport, 9,000 feet to land runway 13 right. Dallas Love Field. Alright, so we can actually get, yes, we have the seatbelt signs on. That's all looking good. Let's bring it in. So I got the flight recorder up. Hit that soon. Field's somewhere out over here. I don't know. We're close. It's somewhere out over here. I don't think we're going to make our... Well, maybe we'll... Yeah, I don't know if we're going to make our restraint for big techs. Yeah, so we're not coming down. Oops. So we'll do a level change. Goofed up on that one, guys. Goofed up on that one. Wasn't paying attention. So we were supposed to be below 7,000 past Rivoli. And we're gonna blow our 5,000 at Big Tex. Oops. Lesson, pay attention, guys, right? Alright, so what is our... $1,900 at Laura, okay. So we're going to just drop down to 3,000. There we go. That would be 3,000 at our downwind. Doesn't look like anybody's taken off. Do have a plane coming in. Can I see it? On the right frequency. Should be making calls. I can't hear them.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our final descent into Dallas, please stow laptop computers and similarly sized electronic devices. Small portable electronic devices may continue to be used in airplanes.
Let's slow up for some separation.
Please ensure all carry-on items are completely under the seat in front of you or in an overhead bin, leaving the area around your feet clear. Please raise your seat back and tray table to the full upright and locked position and fasten your seatbelt. We will come by one last time to pick up cups, cans, newspapers, and any other trash. Thank you.
Looking for that traffic. Put flaps 2 out. Actually, we're going to really slow up. Go down to flaps 5. Let's get our VREF speed in. Upfield traffic, Southwest 3016, turning downwind, runway 13 right. Love field. And we'll arm the speed brake. That's good. We'll hold this. It's a little concerning that I can't hear traffic making the calls. A little bouncy. I noticed that in real life that it's a little rough. I remember a couple times coming into San Antonio. It was a bit rough. Yeah, I don't know if VATSIM's not working or what, because I can't hear. He should be making calls, unless he's not making calls. He should be like calling his final approach and whatnot. Alright, he should be down. Traffic's no longer a factor. So we'll go auto brake 2. Within 5 miles of the field. There's the field. Uh, 2500. All right. Just look at the map. Traffic is no longer a factor, so just got to pay attention to Dallas Fort Worth, which is like right over here. All right, turn in to intercept Lippy. Gonna get a little past here, then make our turn in. So send. Do a level change. Low field traffic, Southwest 3016, turning base, runway 13 right. Low field. Execute. And we will arm the approach. And gear down. Flaps 15. And we'll just run the flaps out. +5. Yeah, we'll go +3. Low field traffic, Southwest 3016, turn 10-mile final to land runway 13 right. Low field. And we have low capture. Flaps full, gear down. Clear to land. And we'll get the flight recorder up. Alright, we're looking good. We're on profile. So normally you would dial that down to 1900 and come in there, but I'm just going to capture the glide slope. It's not it's technically a altitude restriction that we might not meet. Because we're supposed to be at 1900 somewhat, according to the chart, like somewhere between like 2 miles from Laura. So proper procedure is to bring it down to 1900 and then capture the glide slope. But I'm just gonna, like I said, we're doing just a casual run. There's not a lot of traffic, so I'm just gonna let that capture the glide slope and come on in. And we have our runway in sight. We are looking good. See, the IFly Max needs to have that. See how that little blue line? I can position my throttles because we don't have motorized throttles. I can position my throttles to where it's supposed to be so that when I disconnect the auto throttle, I can then be at the proper engine setting. Alright, we got glide slope capture. Landing gear down, flaps full. Landing lights on. Cleared to land. Love field, Southwest 3016, short final runway 13 right. Wondering if I'm having audio problems with VATSIM. Yeah, it's a little gusty, a little turbulent. Don't know how much of a greaser this is going to be. Alright, auto throttle come off. Below 500 feet, so
approaching minimums. Minimums.
Continue.
$100. 50. 30. 10.
I'll take it. Super Rock, reversers out. Decel. Welcome to Dallas Love Field. So that's 70 knots. Reversers come in. And we'll catch the next taxiway.
On behalf of this flight crew and Southwest Airlines, welcome to Dallas. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened, seat back and tray table in their full upright and locked position, and all carry-on items completely under the seat in front of you. When the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign, please be careful when opening the overhead bins. Items may have shifted during flight and could fall out. You may now use the cellular function of your small portable electronic devices, but please remain seated and leave your carry-on stowed. Please be advised the aircraft doors will be open during ground servicing. For your safety, please ensure that you and any children you are supervising remain clear of the front and back doors. If you are connecting here to another Southwest
All right, we'll stop here. Parking brake on.
for your flight and gate number. We certainly have enjoyed sharing part of our day with you. We know you have a choice when you fly, and we thank
Clean
you
up the
for
plane.
choosing Southwest Airlines.
Flaps could come up. Landing lights off. Love Field, Southwest 3016. Clear of runway 13 right. Love Field. And strobes could come off. We'll put that on the beacon. And wing lights. Yeah, we'll fire up the APU. That could come off. All right. So we're going. Where are we going? First time here. Dallas traffic, Southwest 3016, taxiing to ramp via Charlie. Dallas. Alright, it's cleaned up. We'll get the quarter off. We'll check out that replay. That was a pretty nice landing. It's about, what, 130 feet per minute with a 1.1 G. That's not bad. Got it in. Well, a little past the touchdown zone, I guess. All right. Parking brake off. Let's taxi on in. End this trip. One of these days we're gonna do a turnaround. There we go. That's that PMDG's parking brake logic is a little. It's their attempt at being realistic, but it doesn't work sometimes. No, we can go a little faster than that. So this scenery is pretty nice. Never, like I said, never been here in the sim. I know I picked this up a while ago. I don't remember where I got it. But any build scenery is phenomenal. I also have a really nice Tampa scenery. Hang on. So I originally wanted to make this flight from Tampa to here, but time constraints. turn off into the ramp. I have no idea what gate Southwest uses here, so we'll just pick one. These look nice. Oh, just DC from VATSIM. Don't want to make the mistake of doing the replays on VATSIM. I did that once. Thank God there was no traffic around. That would have really messed things up. And we're here. Parking brake on. Welcome to Dallas Love Field, home of Southwest Airlines. It's okay scenery. I mean, it's better than default. All right, so let's check out that replay. Bring it in. Check out that landing. The scenery loads in. Real bouncy coming in. Beautiful, beautiful. Look at that. Just kiss it. Just kiss the pavement. I'll take that one, guys. I'll take that one. Might not have been exactly legal, but definitely fun. So let's wind it back. Give my my conclusions. So I want to make sure that I tell everybody to not delete their PMDG 737s just yet. Still get the IFly Max. It's a good plane. It's got bugs, and you just have to deal with them. But it's not the airplane that's going to end PMDG. At least not now. This is still a beautiful aircraft. It stacks up very nicely with the sim. 3 years old. Update coming next week. Just keep them. Keep them all. Fly them all. That's flight simming. All right, guys. It's been wonderful. Shout out to Susan, Cowboy Tex, and everyone else. Love you guys. Love doing this for you. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Like my videos. Like the video here. Helps out the channel a lot. And we'll see you on the next one. Maybe tomorrow, guys. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see you on the next one. Clear skies and smooth landings. See ya.